What exactly does a boom operator do on set?
They're the representative for the sound department on set. People walk on set and they figure, like, who do I talk to if I need something for sound? They're either going to go to the boom op or the utility, and then it's going to come back to the mixer.
So why do we need, though, a boom operator? I mean, we have lavs.
Not that they're not good, but they don't sound like the boom.
They're not the same.
No. They kind of put you right here, and that's great when you're in a noisy environment. It's great when you're shooting something super wide and you can't get a boom in there, because at the end of the day, we're all there for performance.
The performance is more than just the mouth. It is also the hands, the touching, the sound of the world.
The nuances, it's everything. It's breathing, it's gasping, it's crying, it's emoting, you know, and then it's also the performance of the dialogue.
So we have our boom poles. How actually should we be holding them so that we don't hurt ourselves?
If we're talking about, you know, booming a scene, you don't want to throw out all that weight.
Every single rod
Every
now
single one
is out.
That's the heaviest you can boom. So you always start with your lightest.
We've always seen the cliche, the guy on, you know, posting up on the Instagram like, I'm a boom operator.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? Is this good?
I think you're gonna have back problems, neck problems, and shoulder problems.
Doing this.
Your eyes are open. You can hyperextend something there, or at least I can with my shoulders, and then you're forcing your neck forward.
If it feels comfortable to hold in, that's a good position.
Mm-hmm.
If you start feeling strain, start to think more about how to reposition.
And the other thing is, remember, you're a human operating a boom. You're not a C-stand.
How do we handle handling noise?
Handling noise is basically anything that the boom pole picks up that gets translated. And when you touch it, when you move it, the cable inside, if you've got a coily inside and you do a quick move, sometimes the coily can swing and hit the inside of the pole. That's all handling noise. Handling noise comes from the boom operator or the pole in between the microphone and the transmitter. But avoiding handling noise is one, you're going to have to learn to make those moves, learn how to move silently, smoothly.
And moving our hands across the pole.
Yeah, sometimes your hand sticks to the pole, and that when you take it off, that can make noise too, and that'll translate. You don't want that to ruin a take. So if you need to, get some gloves and make sure, you know, test out your gloves, see if they're quiet.
I have a pair right here.
Don't get white gloves.
I didn't.
This is the boom operator that wears black.
How do I actually point this microphone?
Well, why don't you drop into where you think you should be?
Okay, where I think I should be off to the side from my key light, and I'm gonna drop my pole in, I'm holding it, and I think I'm good, right?
That's a good start. Now this pole always needs to be level, so get your
Always
back
level.
out. Yeah,
Okay.
you start doing this, that's sloppy booming.
Okay.
Okay? Now,
level.
speech comes out of your mouth, so you want to have the microphone pointed at the mouth. And think of it as a cone, like an old school megaphone kind of shape, coming out of the mouth and getting larger and larger as it goes. So you want this to be miking that
In front of them.
in front of them. You know, nobody's going to get anything really from behind your head.
Okay.
All right, so now you're way off here. You could give me another length. It would be
Give you
easier
another
for you.
length. Okay.
Now this is pointed out the window at this
Yeah,
point. So
it's nowhere
bring
close.
this down.
Okay.
And let's orient it.
And then we'll.
And like that. And then put it back up.
Rotate
Get
it.
your back arm up.
Okay.
That's a pretty good spot. And then other than that, you want to keep in mind what your camera operator's frames are. So you want to be out of the shot. And then you also want to keep in mind your lights. We've got a light right there. It's soft and diffused, casting this way. So, you know, any shadows from the boom mic are going to be thrown this way, behind us. You never want to cast a shadow on your actor's face.
Right.
Now, once you've got your relative position, this is where you've got to use your ears. You're the boom operator. It's got to sound good. So you've always got to find the sweet spot. And there is a spot where, you know, it'll sound great. Use your ears for that. This gets you to the relative area, and then you find where it sounds best. All right, so to demonstrate the difference between on-axis booming and off-axis booming, we'll start with our really bad position here. Miranda, please give us your line.
Today for breakfast, I had peanut butter and banana toast.
All right, that's not going to sound good on the boom at all. Let's get into our corrected position and find that sweet spot. And once we're in that sweet spot, use your ears to find it. All right, Miranda, let's...
Today for breakfast, I had peanut butter and banana toast.
So you should be able to hear the difference in those two.